Hello and welcome to Soccer Talk. This is our team selection for game week 1 and we are also going to talk about some possible captaincy options. So I haven't gone for any premium striker this time around. Lukaku has completed his move to Chelsea and I think he will start training from tomorrow or day after tomorrow. He might be available for the starting game week, but I don't think Tuchel will start him in the first game. I think he'll be on the bench. As for Kane has been deemed fit by Nuno, and I think he will start for Tottenham. But he's coming up against City, so I don't fancy him either. Then there's Vardy. So I don't think Leicester City have a very good run of fixtures, and I think Iheanacho is their main man this season. Of course, Vardy will stretch defenses the way he does, but I think Iheanacho will score more number of goals. Then so I think this at the start for the game week 1, I think there are four essentials that you got to have in your team. Those are two from Liverpool and two from Man United. So starting off with Man United assets, I think Shaw is a must have option. He had a great last season. He was excellent in the Euros. He, I think, was one of the best performers in the Euros for English, and I think one of the players of the tournament. So I think he will continue his form moving into this season, and he's priced at 5.5. He has very good run of fixtures too. So I think Shaw is a must-have option. So along with him, obviously everyone's gonna have him. Most of the managers would have him. I'm gonna go with Bruno Fernandes. In the pre-match, in the pre-season against Everton, he scored a wonderful free kick, and I think against Leeds he's gonna create loads of chances, and he is also an essential. If you take a look at their run of games, United's run of games, they will be coming up against Leeds, Southampton, Wolves, Newcastle. So there are two away games in that list, and I think Bruno Fernandes can get attacking returns in all those 5 games. So up till I think 8 game weeks, he has a good run of fixtures, no top 6 team. So I think having at least 2 Man United assets in your team is very good. You got to have these two at least. So further up, I think these two Liverpool assets are a must have. In the defense, obviously it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. At the end of the last season, from game week 28 to game week 38, I think he had the most chances created by any other player in the league, and he wasn't selected for the Euros because of injury, but I think he has returned. He has played pre-season, and he is going to be again very good attacking and defensive asset for FPL managers. And next obviously is going to be Mohamed Salah, who has been topping FPL charts for 2-3 seasons now. He's priced at 12.5. I think he's the costliest player in the FPL, and I think he will hit the ground running. Even though Mane has been scoring in pre-season and also Jota, it's still, given that he's on penalties and free kicks and also on corners, I think Salah gets a nod ahead of him, and he has a pretty good ownership too. So I think these two from United and Alexander-Arnold and Salah from Liverpool are the must-haves for game week 1 and beyond. And the third player, Liverpool player that I'm gonna go for is this. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Tsimikas. He's priced at 4.0, so he's getting into I think he'll get in the team just because Robertson is injured. Though Jurgen Klopp could also play James Milner in the left back position, but I think at 4.0 he's the best risk you can take given the fixture of Liverpool. They have very good run of fixtures, and if he starts, we can rack up clean sheets. If you take a look at the fixtures till game week 6, they have all winnable fixtures. Most of them are green except that Chelsea match at home. So I think he is a very good 4.0 enabler. Then another 4.0 enabler that I'm going to go for is Amate from Leicester City, because Leicester City defenders are injured and they don't have that good run of fixtures. But I think at 4.0, the player who is always is going to be on the bench, I think Amate is a very good pick. And if he starts for game week 1, I think for 3-4 game weeks you can have that 4.0 enabler who is going to start for your team. So that's it. Then my last pick is gonna be Lucas Dean from Everton. So Rafa Benitez had taken over Everton, though they conceded 3 goals again against Man United. I think Everton this season are gonna be solid because everyone knows Rafa Benitez like to play pragmatic football, and Lucas Dean also gives that attacking threat up front. You can also go for a Michael Keane in 5.0, but I have chosen to spend extra 0.5 on Ding, given that I have two 4.0 defenders. So I've gone for Lucas Ding at 5.5. Then moving on to the midfield enablers, that is budget picks, that is the low price budget players. I've gone for Bissouma, who starts for Brighton every single game. He has a decent run of fixtures, and also he's gonna be on my bench. If my starting 11 player gets injured or doesn't play, then he might come on and give me 2 solid points, because he usually plays full 90 minutes. And the same can be said for Alan, who plays for Everton. If you take a look at Everton's run of fixtures, it's very good too. Only one red fixture in first 11 game weeks. So I think Everton and Liverpool have the best run of fixtures, and Brighton also too have good run of fixtures. So I have got 2 Everton players, one who will start, 2 Brighton players, one who will start, one will be on the bench. Then moving on to our last midfielder, I'm gonna go with Mason Greenwood. So it was a tough choice between Mason Greenwood and Jota. If I had gone for Jota, I couldn't have gone for Tsimikas, but I wanted a 4-point enabler, so I've gone for Tsimikas. And as you can see, you can have pretty much alternatives to Jota, which are very good. That is Greenwood. You can go for Barnes, and you can go for others like Rafinha and all at 6.5. I've chosen to go with Greenwood as they have good run of fixtures, and he'll start because Cavani is not yet deemed fit. Rashford is injured too, so I think he'll play on the right wing. And given the reinforcements Man United have bought this summer, I think they are going to be very good attacking wise. Then in the forward sections, I've gone with 3 average or mid-priced strikers. I've gone with Wilson, though I'm not sure about him because his first 2 fixtures are against, I think, Aston Villa and West Ham United, which are defensively quite solid teams. Then he has Southampton, then Man United. So I'm not pretty sure about Wilson yet. I can downgrade him, but as of now I have him in my team. Then my second choice forward is Antonio, who has a decent run of fixtures, but he is an injury-ridden player, as you all know. But he has, in first 6 fixtures, he has only 2 red and the rest are green. He is coming up against Newcastle, Leicester, Crystal Palace, Southampton. So if he keeps himself fit, I think he's a very good asset for next 6 to 7 game weeks. So I'm going to go with Antonio. And my last forward pick is obviously Danny Ings, who recently got his move to Aston Villa, and Watkins is out injured, is not 100% fit. So I think Danny Ings will definitely start for Aston Villa. And they have even though they have lost Grealish, they have signed very good players. I think there might be some problems at the start of the season to get the team gelling around, but Danny Ings is a very prolific striker. He doesn't need too many chances. Even if you give a half chance, he'll score, and I think he will have that 22-25 goal season that he had 1 or 2 years ago. So I'm gonna go with Ings. And in the goalkeeping department, I've gone for Sanchez because obviously he has the best run of fixtures among goalkeepers. And I've gone for another 4.0 enabler in Begovic, because I think given chance, given Pickford make a mistake for Everton that we all know he does, I think Begovic can really claim his number 1 spot and be a starter for Everton. So I've gone for Begovic. So basically this is my current draft for current team selection for game week 1. So as you can see, I have spent 99 million. I still have 1.0 in my bank. So if I don't decide to, if I have doubts about Wilson at the end, I can enable him for say Tone, downgrade him to Tone. Then I can also if I downgrade Wilson to Tone, I can also upgrade Bissouma Roland to Rafinha at 6.5. Or in the upcoming game weeks, if the fixtures get easy for other strikers, that is the likes of Bamford or say Dominic Calvert-Lewin who are out injured, I can also upgrade to them at 8.0. So that's an option too. And if I really have two midfielders in my mind that I ought to go for in the upcoming game weeks, that is Mahrez or Son. Both are coming up against each other in the first game week. So if I want to go for Mahrez, I would downgrade Wilson to or Son. Then I would downgrade Wilson to Obafemi or that kind of 4.5 to 5.5 striker, and I will upgrade Greenwood to either Mahrez or Son. So these are my transfer plans after game week 1, and this is my team selection for game week 1 as of now. I might make some changes afterwards, but that would be one or two, either Wilson for Tone and Greenwood will be upgraded, or those I told you before. So about so this is how my team will look most probably for game week 1, with Amate as my first choice bench player, and Dean, Tsimikas, Shaw and Trent starting, with Salah, Greenwood, Fernandes in middle, Antonio, Wilson and Ings up front. So about captaincy picks, it's really between only two players. It's between Salah and Fernandes. So I've got a theory: Salah, Mane and Firmino and Jota are the front four for Liverpool, and they are firing on all cylinders in the preseason, in last two games at least. But Salah hasn't scored many. I think Mane and Jota are among the goals, so there's still a doubt about Salah too. And about Fernandes, it all depends upon Manchester United's midfield. Who does Ole pick in the midfield against Leeds? Because Leeds has had a very pretty good preseason. They have played lots of games, and Man United have only really played against Everton. So that depends. If Man United go with Matic and Van de Beek, I think Bruno Fernandes is about to get very good returns. And if they go for tried and tested, that is Fred and McTominay, I think he will get comparatively less returns. So my captaincy pick is eventually going to be between these two, and depending on the lineup, I think, which obviously we won't know before the deadline, I think as of now I'm going to go with Fernandes as my captain, because I think Ole will go for Matic and Van de Beek in the middle, because they are the most fit. They have had played many matches in the preseason, and I think Salah will be my vice. I don't think that matters. So that's it guys for today. Let me know what you guys think about my team selection in the comment section below, and my transfers which I have planned for upcoming game weeks. And also do follow us on Instagram, where I will post my final team and captaincy pick of the game week 1 just before deadline. And also follow us on Twitter at SoccerTalk16, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for timely notifications. And see you in the next one. Good luck.